Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a twin flames reading for all the 12 signs from Aries to Pisces with a bonus for the collective at the end. All the decks are pre-shuffled, but I will shuffle them a couple of times more. The video will go faster, but you will see the process. If you want to jump around through the signs, you'll find the timestamps down below, and I'll see you in a couple of seconds. And we are ready, guys. So Aries, my friends, you are up first. The oracle card for this twin flames connection, Kisses. Energies for the Divine Feminine, we have the Two of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Energies for the Divine Masculine, Two of Swords and the Hanged Man. What's the outlook for the connection? Three of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So guys, the Divine Masculine is super stuck, the Hanged Man. It's a divine process, so one that cannot be rushed. It takes its own time. What seems to be necessary in order for this connection to bounce back from a major disappointment, the Three of Swords, is a change of perspective for the Divine Masculine. They have to completely see the connection from a different point of view. It is fair to say that the Kisses oracle card is lovely and it can even be about the Ace of Wands, but it seems that the reciprocal attraction, the reciprocal desire between you and your divine counterpart may not be a sufficient factor anymore in order for this connection to barely stand. This is the point, because some of you have shared powerful moments with your person, but the connection at some point struggled big time. So the Divine Feminine is at a crossroads, but one that can be slightly different from the Divine Masculine's one, because the approach can be different. The Divine Feminine can look at the future with an open mindset, the Two of Wands, when instead the Divine Masculine can be closed off, kinda unwilling to go deeper in the understanding of this powerful connection. The Three of Pentacles can describe the fact that the Divine Feminine has been the one available to build stronger foundations for this connection, and not only foundations built on the Ace of Wands energy. And then we can say that the Divine Feminine is the character that can suddenly realize that there are other things in their life that can be deserving of attention, effort, and loving energies. And that's why this connection can be almost put on the back burner because of the hesitancy that comes from the Divine Masculine. Guys, I think that if you resonate with the overall scenario, and let's say that you are on the Divine Feminine side, you may receive some token from your counterpart, the Divine Masculine, but you will have to evaluate if it is merely an Ace of Wands offer, because if that's the case, the Three of Swords can basically represent a wall that the Divine Masculine will face, and so the connection may not go forward. If instead you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, it can be necessary to change the point of view about the connection, because the situation that the two of you have experienced so far is not working well enough. The alchemy must change if the connection wants to bounce back from the Three of Swords energy, and you may have to make a deep decision. You may have to face certain fears in order to show up differently in favor of the connection with your divine counterpart. If you are thinking to reach out with an Ace of Wands energy, it is still valid the consideration that this type of offer may not be enough for this connection at this point. Taurus, the oracle card for your twin flames connection, we have love. Energies for the Divine Feminine, Three of Wands and the High Priestess. energies for the Divine Masculine, Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. What's the outlook for this connection? King of Cups and the Tower. Guys, the Divine Feminine is evaluating their options, even their aspirations. Three of Wands, it's a desire for future growth, a desire for expansion. It's also a standby, which makes the point if we follow the Two of Pentacles that we got for the Divine Masculine. The Love Oracle card that we got is extremely meaningful. Unconditional love, oneness, affection, attraction, they can all be factors, but we come back to the concept about self-love, which is the main element that should be honored, especially in a meaningful soul-to-soul connection. The High Priestess can describe someone that is extremely quiet. The connection feels a little bit cold now. The Tower can be something that already happened, but also something that can still be in front of this connection, because the foundations of this divine connection may not be strong enough at the moment. So the Divine Feminine has almost detached from the situation, and this may have been a conscious decision due to the Two of Pentacles energy that is coming from the Divine Masculine. Too hesitant, almost stuck. There is a loop, the infinite symbol, and rough waters behind the man in the Two of Pentacles. I think that the Divine Masculine is genuine towards the connection with the Divine Feminine, but for some reason they are struggling to think about the Ace of Pentacles that the Queen of Pentacles is nurturing as a real step that can be available for this connection. If we follow the King of Cups, guys, for me, the energy can describe some struggles in the opportunity to express feelings, emotions, and love in a clear way in favor of a special person. I think that the one that is hesitant to do that is the Divine Masculine. So if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you can be super quiet, and it seems that you have almost put the connection on the back burner because you would love to see if there is something else available for you at this stage of the journey. If that's the case, it means that this connection can almost represent a missed opportunity because of the Tower energy, guys, which is a change. So the situation is going to be different moving forward, because if you are the Divine Feminine, you can start to look for something different. If instead you resonate with the Divine Masculine, to you I would say that time is of the essence, but the Two of Pentacles energy has to go, and you may have to show up in favor of this connection in a more productive way, especially if we follow the Queen of Pentacles as an energy that can be encouraging if we think about the chance to be reasonable, agreeable, and open to find multiple compromises that can be beneficial to the development of an important connection like this one can be. But guys, if the emotional side of this connection stays under the surface of the water, if we follow the King of Cups energy, the Tower can be just around the corner, and so it means that the connection, at least at the moment, can become a missed opportunity. Gemini, the Oracle card for your Twin Flames connection, we have Addiction, energies for the Divine Feminine, Three of Pentacles, and the Moon, energies for the Divine Masculine, Eight of Cups, and the Page of Swords. What's the outlook for this connection? Seven of Pentacles and the Justice. So guys, it seems that there is going to be a right and fair decision about this connection. There is something that is not quite right in this situation if we follow the Addiction Oracle card. There can be a codependency at play if we follow one of the keywords. I think that there was no cooperation in this connection. The Divine Feminine is the one available to honor the Three of Pentacles energy, but unfortunately the Moon can describe struggles, major struggles, I want to say, in the opportunity to understand the Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine can be elusive, guys, almost avoidant. The Eight of Cups, someone that can go away. Maybe someone that has already gone away because they were not able to handle the overall connection, which can be a powerful one, an overwhelming one. The Page of Swords, in a situation like this one, seems to be an energy too shallow, too superficial. The connection is put on the back burner because of the Seven of Pentacles, but I think that the moon that we see in the background in the Eight of Cups can describe the discomfort that the Divine Masculine is experiencing if we think about the chance to comprehend, understand the meaning, the purpose of this powerful connection. They have tried to gather knowledge and information, Page of Swords, but they have been falling short so far. So it seems that the Divine Feminine can make the justice decision to basically call it a day for now, because the indecision of the Divine Masculine can work as a catalyst in order for the Divine Feminine to focus their attention on different endeavors that can even be about professional situations, the Three of Pentacles. I think that there can be a conversation if we follow the Ace of Swords in the Justice, which for me plays a huge role in the Major Arcana, because it brings clarity, honesty, and truth, even if we think about the chance to express a decision. But this connection is not looking good at the moment because the Divine Masculine seems to be focused on something else. It's like the connection is too much, they cannot handle it, and so they want to go for something different at the moment. I want to say, guys, that if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you have tried to understand your counterpart, but unfortunately you didn't get much out of the evaluation, so now you have to take your power back. And if there have been issues in the connection, it's almost necessary for you to detach a little bit from the situation in order to release the discomfort that we can associate to the moon. So it's like you have to take your power back and focus on different endeavors at the moment. This can bring balance to the situation, and then if the connection is meant to be, especially in the romantic arena, the two of you can reconnect. If instead you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, the approach towards the connection is too superficial, guys, the Page of Swords. It's necessary a deeper level of understanding, and if you realize that the situation at the moment is too overwhelming or maybe full of difficulties and you want to pursue a different road, chances are your divine counterpart will not understand why you can make this decision. So there can be almost a necessity to let your person know why at the moment the connection is not really a viable option for you. Cancer, the oracle card for your twin flames connection, we have Heartbroken, energies for the Divine Feminine, Five of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles, energies for the Divine Masculine, the World, and the Star. What's the outlook for this connection? Hold on, Seven of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So there can be a change, Wheel of Fortune plus the World. It seems that the Divine Feminine can be the one heartbroken. There was an expectation, guys, Knight of Pentacles, a stable, reliable energy, trustworthy. There is the Ace of Pentacles involved, a major agreement in order to build for the future. Unfortunately, the Divine Feminine now sees the connection in a Five of Swords-ish way, and there can be the opportunity to make the decision to leave the battlefield behind because the connection is too confusionary. The clouded sky that we see in the Five of Swords and the Seven of Cups that we see in the outlook for the connection. Questions, doubts, indecision, an overall turmoil also, and time is running by, Wheel of Fortune. So from the perspective of the Divine Feminine, the figure in green and red, the bearer of the Three of Swords, is the Divine Masculine, the one that has seen the connection as a wish granted, but also the one that has contributed to bring up the word, coming full circle, completion, end of a chapter. It seems that ego has been a meaningful enemy, a meaningful obstacle for this connection, guys. The Divine Masculine was the one satisfied with the connection as it was, maybe without a high level of commitment involved, which instead was a desire, an extremely important one, for the Divine Feminine. So it has been difficult for the two of you to understand each other, and chances are discussions have played a role against this connection. I think that the Divine Feminine can pull back for a while, guys. So if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you may have good reasons to be disappointed with the overall alchemy of this connection. If you were willing and ready to take the situation to the next level, but your counterpart wasn't, this can be a catalyst in order for you to take a step back, at least for a while. This may even serve some of you guys well, because the decision to pull back can represent a wake-up call for your counterpart. But then they will have to do the work, because at the moment, the Divine Masculine is the catalyst for this connection to be a missed opportunity. So I want to say that if you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, you had a wish available, the star, but if we think about trust, loyalty, honesty, transparency, vulnerability, all these virtues must be honored at the 100% in order to basically respect a powerful connection like this one. And commitment can be an opportunity that deserves to be pursued in the best possible interest of the connection if the two people involved in the situation truly share the same vision. So the word is an energy about lessons for me, guys. There have been lessons, precious ones, coming from this connection already. They have to serve the connection well in order to clear the air. The Seven of Cups has to go in order to also release the Five of Swords that the Divine Feminine has experienced. So there can be a turning point for this connection. There can be a temporary separation. I want to say, if we follow the keyword from the Heartbroken Oracle card, if there is someone that has to make a move in order to reconnect with the counterpart, that someone is the Divine Masculine. Otherwise, the connection can almost fade away, and this would be a missed opportunity. Leo, the Oracle card for your Twin Flames connection. We have Talking, Energies for the Divine Feminine, Page of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Energies for the Divine Masculine. We have the Priestess and the Queen of Cups. What's the outlook for this connection? Six of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Guys, something has to change in this connection. The 10 of Wands is the energy that must be released. For me, it's the last mile of a challenging situation. I want to say that there can be victory for this divine connection. Six of Wands, the warrior that comes back from the battle victorious, but struggles, challenges must be overcome. So this can be about everyday life's tasks and duties that can take away a lot of attention and energies from a person, you know? So the two of you have to talk with each other, Talking Oracle card. But it seems that the quiet one is the Divine Masculine because of the High Priestess. If we follow this consideration, it can be the Divine Masculine, the one that at the moment can say that they have too much on their plate and they need more time. If that's the case, I want to say that the Divine Feminine has to basically decide a timeline that can describe the willingness to go with the flow when it comes to this connection, but in the meantime focus on the everyday lives, tasks and duties that can pertain to the Divine Feminine. Page of Swords, looking around, gathering knowledge and information, basically about what the Divine Masculine is doing. Page of Cups, it's a lovely energy, it can be a friendly one. It can be the opportunity for the Divine Feminine to let the Divine Masculine know that it's okay if a little bit of time is needed, but there is going to be the necessity to meet each other in order to figure out if this connection can move forward as soon as the Divine Masculine is all done with the other endeavors that can take away attention, effort, and energies. The Divine Masculine is super genuine towards this connection if we follow the Queen of Cups, guys. So I think that it can be a situation that deserves to be nurtured with a great deal of patience, because something positive can come in favor of the two of you. So if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, to you I would say, let your special person know that you are available to work with them, to cooperate with them in order to give this connection a real chance, but you would like to have some feedbacks about the timeline, and your person better offer to you those feedbacks in a clear way. If instead you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, if you are super quiet, you should be aware of the fact that the Divine Feminine can freak out a little bit in some sense, because they would love to know where you are standing at the moment, and if it is true that you have love, Queen of Cups, in favor of your special person, you may have to explain to them with some details what is your current situation in order to basically allow them to understand when the Ten of Wands energy can be released in order to find victory and satisfaction together. Guys, there is a chance, but as we all know, especially when it comes to these powerful connections, effort is required, effort is necessary, and we have to be laser focused. The more clarity we can bring to the situation, the better it can be for the two people involved. So this is kind of the silver lining that these energies are bringing to our attention. Virgo, the oracle card for your twin flames connection, we have the Runner. Energies for the Divine Feminine, 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. Energies for the Divine Masculine, we have the Fool and the Knight of Cups. What's the outlook for this connection? Queen of Wands and the 5 of Swords. Guys, I think that the Runner oracle card is a meaningful one in a situation like this one, especially if we follow the 5 of Swords energy that we got in the outlook, because the energy has already started to play a role, but against this divine connection. There was ego, and we got the keyword listening to ego from the oracle card. The 5 of Swords, guys, is a problem in this situation, because we can think about the opportunity to deal with someone that wants to have the last word only for the pleasure to do so, when in reality it doesn't really matter. I think that the one that thought that it was possible for them to kind of pull the strings of this connection a little bit has been the Divine Masculine. Because of that, the Divine Feminine pulled back a little by becoming the people that we see in the background in the Five of Swords. I hope that you can see the smaller card. Because, as I usually say, the people can leave the battlefield behind because they can realize that dealing with the figure in green and red is not necessarily something positive, you know, something that can bring positive outcomes to a particular situation. And yes, there was passion in the connection, and there can still be a reciprocal attraction and desire in favor of the situation to be resumed, but the alchemy has to change, guys. So the divine masculine can reach out with an apology and a new offer, which can also be super genuine, the Knight of Cups, and they want a new leap of faith, basically a new beginning for the connection. But this can be manifested if and only if the Five of Swords energy is released. So the Divine Feminine, who can be the one with the more focused mentality, Eight of Pentacles, may have the chance to basically make an evaluation, Two of Pentacles, about the opportunity to give the green light to the Divine Masculine as soon as they reach out. Rough waters behind the man in the Two of Pentacles, the concept is about the Five of Swords. So guys, the Divine Masculine can try to reignite a spark of passion and desire, which can be super powerful, in order to reconnect with the Divine Feminine. But the Divine Feminine may manifest the Queen of Wands energy if we think about a healthy self-confidence and the ability to honor a level of self-worth that can allow a person to decide if a particular situation is deserving of her time and energies. This is going to be a make it or break it moment for this connection, because if the Divine Masculine shows up in the same old way, the Divine Feminine is not going to give to them the green light. So if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you can be super busy, Eight of Pentacles, and what you may have to evaluate is the mindset of your counterpart when they will show up again with a major apology. You will get it, guys, but then you will have to evaluate if the alchemy can truly be different moving forward, and also ego has to go. If instead you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, it is fair to say that you can bring a major token of apology in favor of the Divine Feminine, but even if you want to give this connection a new chance, the Fool, you will have to be aware of the fact that because of what the two of you have gone through already, Five of Swords, only passion, desire, and lust will not be enough, because the Divine Feminine kinda expects something more from you. You have the potential to manifest this something more, but, once again, effort. The Eight of Pentacles energy that comes from the Divine Feminine is the one that the Divine Masculine has to match. Otherwise, there is no balance, and the connection can suffer because of that. Libra, the Oracle card for your Twin Flames connection, we have Axe. Alright, energies for the Divine Feminine, we have the Star and the King of Pentacles. Energies for the Divine Masculine, Strength card and the King of Wands. What's the outlook for the connection? King of Wands, recurrent energy, and the Five of Wands. Alright, so if we follow the Axe Oracle card, we can think about a breakup or a separation, also silent treatment. So let's say potential no contact situation between you and your divine counterpart. The Five of Wands seems to be a noisy and annoying energy. It can be a matter of competition, guys. This can be an obstacle because it seems that the one that was not completely able to handle themselves is the Divine Masculine. It's possible that despite the opportunity to embrace properly this divine connection, the Divine Masculine has also looked for other situations. So the strength energy was not honored properly. And the King of Wands can describe someone that is super passionate, someone that is always ready, you know, to share amazing moments with a potential partner. I think that the Divine Feminine instead was already more commitment oriented because of the King of Pentacles. The Divine Feminine is the one more stable, grounded, with stronger roots, I want to say. And the Divine Feminine has already achieved a meaningful level of clarity about the potential of this connection and the fact that it can be a wish-granted situation, but it takes two to tango, and it seems that the Divine Masculine kinda likes to hear to different kinds of music. So the Strength card, guys, is a matter of trust and patience, and I think that the Divine Masculine has to show up in a different way if they want this connection to work moving forward. I also think that the Divine Masculine may have to regain some points in the eyes of the Divine Feminine. I am not sure that the King of Wands approach, though, can be beneficial to the opportunity to convince the Divine Feminine that this time the alchemy of the connection is different from the old one. A lot of effort is necessary from the Divine Masculine, guys. So if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you can still give a ton of importance to the connection, the star. That being said, you will have to evaluate how the King of Wands energy is going to come your way from the Divine Masculine. You will have to stand in your power. If we think about the opportunity for you to let your special person know that the connection deserves strong roots, strong foundations. It cannot be merely a deal of passion and desire, especially if the Divine Masculine cannot properly handle themselves. So if they get distracted, this is a problem, and some of you are not willing to overlook it. If you get the perception that the game is still the old one, the Axe Oracle card will remain an obstacle for this connection. Guys, if you resonate instead with the Divine Masculine side, it's necessary for you to do more in favor of this connection. Otherwise, it can be difficult for you to reconnect positively with the Divine Feminine. There are higher expectations coming from the Divine Feminine. And so even if you are super passionate about your special person, the fact that the Five of Wands has played a negative role for this connection should be something that wakes you up in order to completely change the approach in favor of your person. You have the potential to do that if we follow the Strength card, but you have to basically realize that it's necessary to nurture this connection like it's a plant, you know? We have to take care of it. We have to water it. We have to figure out if and when it needs the proper light, you know? It's a process, and it seems that the King of Wands energy in this situation has almost worked against the connection because it was extremely physical, you know? Maybe the sexual side of the connection has always been powerful, but guys, the two of you kinda broke contact, it seems. So the King of Wands energy should be manifested in a more mature way. And if you are the Divine Masculine, you may have to tame the beast within yourself if we think about almost an irresistible drive when it comes to the sexual side of a connection. So you have to be mindful of that. Scorpio, the Oracle card for your Twin Flames connection, we have Camera, Energies for the Divine Feminine, Page of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Energies for the Divine Masculine, Six of Cups, and the Magician. What's the outlook for this connection? Three of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Guys, this connection has been challenged by what we can consider as a third-party situation, the Three of Cups. There can be a lot of memories involved. Camera Oracle card plus the Six of Cups, which is an energy that finds roots in the past. It's my favorite card in the deck, guys, all about the purest of hearts. This can be an encouragement, I want to say, in favor of the Divine Masculine, but I am leaning towards the fact that the one that got distracted can truly be the Divine Masculine. And the Divine Feminine felt betrayed, Ten of Swords. So now the Divine Feminine can look at the masculine in a page of one's way. Yes, you are my counterpart, but you have been superficial, almost childish and immature. You gave more importance to temporary fun rather than to the opportunity to build stronger foundations in favor of this divine connection. And that's why the Ten of Swords kicked in. Now, there can be a ton of questions and doubts. The Divine Feminine can face them, and the same can be true for the Divine Masculine. What seems to be encouraging, though, is the fact that the Six of Cups, for me, is an energy about genuine intentions. The Divine Masculine can reach out. Magician, extremely proactive energy. It seems that there can be the opportunity for the masculine to learn from their mistakes, learn from the past, and the masculine wants to make new memories, but they will have to earn this opportunity, and they better show up with their A game, the Magician. The Ten of Swords, guys, for the Divine Feminine is an energy that can be difficult to be released. So there is work to do even for the feminine, because it's almost as if there can be the necessity to overcome a meaningful disappointment due to the Three of Cups influence. There can be a ton of questions. If the feminine has questions about the connection, the masculine must provide clear answers. If the masculine doesn't understand the perspective of the feminine, they have to ask for information. We have to clear the air, guys. The Seven of Cups has to go. So, I want to say that if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, granted the fact that the Ten of Swords disappointment was real for you, you have to ask yourself if this connection can still represent a priority for you. Because if that's the case, when the Divine Masculine reaches out, the two of you will have to understand each other and touch a lot of topics, and you cannot allow bitterness and resentment to play the role of the obstacles. Otherwise, the connection can become a missed opportunity. So it's like you have to take the higher road. If the connection is important for you, you will have to basically have an honest and mature conversation with your special person, and then you will decide what you want to do about it. If instead you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, if distractions have played a role against the connection with the Divine Feminine and you kind of fell for them, you have to regain points. You have to show up in a Six of Cups way, guys. The gesture that the kid is doing in favor of the little girl comes from the purest place of his heart. No second intentions. This can be what's necessary from the perspective of the Divine Masculine in order to show up brand new in favor of the connection with the Divine Feminine. It can be difficult to break the ice because of the Ten of Swords disappointment, but guys, it all comes down to the level of importance that can be granted in favor of this connection. If there have been challenges, it's a matter of understanding if those challenges can be overcome and released by just bringing forth the lessons. So, can the two of you be wiser, stronger, and better together after what happened? If the answer is yes, the connection may have a chance. It means that the two of you can work together. It's like working in tandem, you know? If instead there is only the desire to reconnect, to have some fun, the Divine Feminine will deny that opportunity to the masculine. Sagittarius, the oracle card for your twin flames connection, we have the Grim Reaper. Energies for the Divine Feminine, Knight of Wands, and the Death card. Energies for the Divine Masculine, the Justice, and the Chariot. What's the outlook for this connection? Queen of Cups, and the Strength card. Someone can hold back, Strength card, because the emotional side of this divine connection has not been honored properly, guys. The Grim Reaper. The key words are clear. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Guys, I want to be straightforward with you. The Divine Masculine is the one that will have the last word about this connection. The Divine Feminine is the one that has shown up in favor of this divine connection in a way that was not enough. Knight of Wands. It's the Knight of Wands energy, the one that must be swept away, Death card, in order to at least offer to this connection a new chance. But even if that happens, the Divine Masculine will be the one that can decide to move on from the situation, the Chariot. Even if there was the perception in the beginning that this connection was destined to be successful. The Queen of Cups energy, guys, allows a person to read the intentions of another individual for me. The Queen can understand if the approach that can be granted in favor of a particular connection is genuine and sincere enough in order to find success moving forward. The Queen of Cups energy should be the energy that the Divine Feminine must honor in order to at least have a chance to be heard by the Divine Masculine. And the Queen of Cups energy is the beacon that has already guided the Divine Masculine in the opportunity to evaluate in a justice fashion if this divine connection has a real chance or not. The situation has been rocky between the two of you, so a lot of effort is required from the Divine Feminine, guys. So that being said, if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, there was an irresistible level of attraction and desire between the two of you, and maybe some of you got carried away a little bit by that, Knight of Wands. It's an energy that sometimes can pay the price to be associated to someone that is not consistent enough. That mindset has to go, Death card. The Divine Feminine has the potential to completely change the mindset, let's say, and the landscape of the situation in favor of this divine connection, but we cannot force another person to do what we may desire in favor of a situation. That's why the Strength card should be basically the willingness to show up differently, the willingness to do more in favor of this connection. But even if that's the case, the final decision will be the Divine Masculine's one. So, speaking of that, if you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, you have all the clarity that you need about the mindset of your special person, guys. You have already seen that their mindset was not exactly spot on. So this person can still be important for you, for obvious reasons. But when they reach out, because they can say that they have missed you, you will have to evaluate their mindset. So there can be a resistance at first, Strength card, holding back. then there is going to be an evaluation about the level of trust that can be granted in favor of the connection. The Chariot can still be an expectation in favor of the success that was available, at least in potential, for this connection. But then, guys, we need practical actions, we need effort, we need consistency, and you will have the opportunity to fulfill a right and fair evaluation in order to make a right and fair decision. I want to say that there is a chance that can be almost a slim one because of the keywords that we see in the Grim Reaper. And grow and transform your life can be a meaningful keyword if we think about the Knight of Wands Death card. So the defenses of the Divine Masculine, if you resonate with the side, can be extremely high, and it is not said that there can be a green light in favor of the Divine Feminine. If that's the case, the Chariot can move forward, yes, but in a different direction, and the connection can become a missed opportunity. Capricorn, the Oracle card for your Twin Flames connection, we have Ascending, energies for the Divine Feminine, Four of Swords, and the Lovers. Energies for the Divine Masculine, Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. What's the outlook for this connection? Ace of Wands and the Empress. Alright, so we got two aces. Communication can be ignited by the Divine Masculine. The Divine Feminine is super quiet, Four of Swords. I think that the connection has been extremely powerful, Ace of Wands plus the Lovers, but the mere fact that the two of you got along extremely well, if we think about the sexual side of the connection, is not exactly enough for the Divine Feminine. The Divine Masculine kinda got upset because the Divine Feminine pulled back. But that decision was justified by a gut feeling for the Divine Feminine. It's the heart of the Divine Feminine that suggested to pull back, because what was not clear about the situation was, and maybe still is, the opportunity to find a healthy growth, the Empress. The Ace of Wands can be a factor in favor of that, but it cannot be the only one. The connection must honor the Ascending Oracle card. We need expansion. We need to transcend obstacles. We need to embrace a new phase, and in order to do that, we have to learn. This is a meaningful concept for the Divine Masculine, guys. I want to say that the Ace of Swords can be an urge about truth and clarity. This is positive. The Masculine can be extremely vocal in order to let the Feminine know that the interest for the connection is still real. The problem, though, is the Knight of Swords, because it can be an urge about words that can fly around and they can cut, they can hurt, they can do damage. This is not acceptable, because if the Divine Masculine thinks that by raising their voice they can win the situation, this is not going to happen. The Divine Feminine can even recoil more and more, Four of Swords. The situation can go quiet. There can be the risk that the connection can become a missed opportunity. So we need a gentle approach. We need a gentle touch. The Empress. The Empress energy, of course, can resonate with the Divine Feminine side. So there is going to be an evaluation that the Feminine will fulfill about how the Masculine can reach out. But at the same time, the Masculine will have to get in touch with their Feminine side in order to display a higher level of understanding in favor of a special person and a special connection. If they fall short, the connection can pay a price for that. So guys, if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you can be super quiet. You have already fulfilled an evaluation about the connection. It's like you know what the situation needs in order to take a major step forward that can even be positive, but you know also that there is going to be a crossroads for the two of you, and you can be guided by your heart in order to evaluate if the offer that can come from the divine masculine is enough or not. I want to say, guys, that merely an Ace of Wands offer may not be enough. If instead you resonate with the divine masculine side, you can be the one that breaks silence, Ace of Swords. You have to be aware of the fact that the Knight of Swords that played against this connection in the past must be released. So you can show up even in a hurry, you know? Super fast energy, the Knight of Swords. Slow down. Slow down. If we think about a proper growth, we cannot rush time. We cannot rush the process. Otherwise, we can run the risk to ruin the fruits of the growth. This is important. The Ace of Wands can be too fast as an energy. It's like a major bonfire that then fades away. A different approach is necessary in order for you as a divine masculine to connect with the divine feminine. A higher level of understanding, a deeper level of understanding is necessary. Do not allow the passion, the desire, the lust that can be very real in a connection like this one to become obstacles for the situation to develop. Because the divine feminine will have what we can consider the last word about this connection. And we also know that if we think about the Empress is not going to settle for a situation that can be barely acceptable. So there has to be a meeting of the minds and a meeting of the hearts in order for this connection to bounce back from the struggles. Aquarius, the oracle card for your twin flames connection, we have seduction. Energies for the divine feminine, Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Energies for the divine masculine, Four of Wands and the Ace of Swords. What's the outlook for this connection? Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Guys, it seems that the divine masculine can be in another relationship. Seduction. It can be the catalyst that brought the two of you closer. But the Three of Cups energy is a problem because we can think about a love triangle that doesn't look good unless the divine masculine decides to end the old relationship that is still ongoing. The divine feminine has already understood that there is a woman up, woman down dynamic, Six of Pentacles, at play against this connection. There is no fairness, no respect, no equal give and take, because in this situation, the divine masculine is taking advantage of the willingness of the divine feminine to give this divine connection a real chance. The Page of Pentacles for the divine feminine is the necessity to fulfill a due diligence. Does this connection truly have a chance? Yes or no? If the divine masculine doesn't release the old relationship, it's a deal breaker. The Four of Wands can be an 11-11 card for a lot of readers. Soulful partnership for me. It's about a vision. The divine masculine may have to give up a lot if we think about material things, maybe finances, if they have to go through the process that can allow them to release the Ten of Pentacles. This is no joke, guys. But they have to be honest about the overall situation, Ace of Swords. So there is going to be a conversation. If the divine masculine doesn't find a way to explain themselves in favor of the opportunity for the divine feminine to say, alright, let's give this connection a little bit of time in order for the masculine to free themselves from the old relationship, the situation cannot fly. And the Page of Pentacles can also become the opportunity to say, I am sorry, but this is an unfair game. Despite how powerful and divine the connection can be, a game of seduction is not really one that can honor a connection like this one. So guys, if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you have to do your homework, Page of Pentacles, but there can be the encouragement to avoid to settle for an unfair situation, because you can be, at the moment, on the losing side of the agreement. And your person, your special person, somehow, some way, is taking advantage of the situation, because it's almost as if they can procrastinate the opportunity to make a final decision about the other connection, which can even be a marriage, guys, if we want to say that. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. So they have to make a decision that is super important, but a lot of courage is needed. Do they have that courage? You will have to find out. But if they offer to you a 3 of Cups situation, it's like they can ask you guys to put a divine connection inside of a box, a really small one, and you may not be interested in that type of situation. If instead, guys, you resonate for whatever reason with the divine masculine side, you can be in another relationship at the moment, but you have kind of met your divine counterpart. So what are you going to do about that? You have to be aware of the fact that they kind of feel left out in the cold, allow me to say, kind of like you are breadcrumbing them, and they feel on the losing side of the agreement. You have to make a decision, Ace of Swords. What do you want? Or who is the person that you want? A game of seduction with a divine counterpart may be good only for a certain amount of time, because then there can be a realization, especially for the other person, that the situation is not really honoring a divine connection, you know? And so, if the 10 of Pentacles describes what's at stake for those of you that can resonate with the divine masculine situation, you may have to give up something. I am not going to say that this can be a walk in the park, but you cannot have the best of two worlds. You have to make a decision. You may have to release an important person in your journey, the old person, I mean, because a love triangle, a third party situation, is not going to make the cut from the divine feminine's perspective, and you have to be aware of that. Then again, I want to say that you have to be honest with yourself first and foremost, and as a consequence, you may have the opportunity to achieve the clarity that you need in order to also offer a respectful feedback in favor of a person that deserves honesty, guys. This is the point. Pisces, the oracle card for your twin flames connection, we have Love Call, energies for the divine feminine, Hanged Man, and the Judgment, energies for the divine masculine, the Lovers, and the 10 of Pentacles. What's the outlook for this connection, the Moon, and the King of Cups? Guys, feelings and emotions and love have been kept under the surface of the water. If we follow the King of Cups and the Moon, there can be fears involved in this connection. I am leaning towards the fact that the one that can change their mind about the situation, so the one that can figure out a way to overcome their fears, is the divine feminine. The Hanged Man is a standby, a stuck situation, an uncomfortable position as well, but there is the opportunity to change our mind about a particular situation because enlightenment is achieved. What I love is the Judgment energy, if we follow that concept, because it can be a major realization. truly an awakening, I want to say, in favor of a divine connection. The Judgment can also represent an energy about second chances, reconciliations, reunions. I want to say that the Divine Feminine can be the one that reaches out to the Divine Masculine love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. The Divine Masculine is counting on that. The Divine Masculine feels the connection deeply, the lovers. It is also an energy about a crossroads. There is going to be a crossroads for this connection, but it can be an auspicious one. And for some reason, guys, it can be a long time coming, for those of you that can resonate with the scenario, because the Hanged Man cannot be rushed as a process. It's a divine one. It takes its own time. The time can be right for this connection now, as soon as the Divine Feminine reaches out. In the mind of the Divine Masculine, there is the Ten of Pentacles, long-term commitment, stability, security, a family. The chance to join forces in order to build for the future in a stable and reliable way. What the masculine wants is a deeper alignment with the feminine. The masculine is ready to welcome the feminine back in order to this time honor at the 100% a connection that can have a huge potential. I love the clarity that the feminine can achieve, because this can facilitate also the opportunity to understand the masculine and work with them in order to manifest positive results in favor of this connection. So guys, if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you took some time in order to figure things out about this connection. If there was no communication, I want to say that it served you guys well. And now clarity is available. You have to make it count. The masculine cannot wait to hear from you. So the sooner you break silence in order to give love a powerful voice, the better it can be for this connection. If instead, guys, you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, you can feel the connection deeply, you have high hopes and expectations in favor of it. Things have been kinda unclear in the recent past between the two of you because the feminine needed more time. We know that it can happen. Clarity has been achieved or can be achieved thanks to the Judgment. The feminine can change their mind basically about the connection. So if the situation was stuck, there can be the opportunity to bring feelings, emotions, and love to the surface. This can be an act of courage, I want to say, in order to overcome the fear factor that we can associate to the moon. And if you ask me, guys, in the long run, along the journey, courage is a virtue that is always rewarded somehow, some way. Some of you will have the opportunity to fulfill a heart-over-head decision in favor of a divine connection that can be blessed by a common vision coming from the two of you. Then, guys, bonus reading for the collective. Let's see what we can get. The oracle card for the twin flames connection is self-indulgence. Energies for the Divine Feminine, 5 of Wands and the Hierophant. Energies for the Divine Masculine, 8 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. What's the outlook for this connection? Queen of Pentacles and the Fool. So, guys, it seems that the Divine Masculine can still be hesitant to share the Ace of Pentacles as a major agreement in favor of this connection to take a step forward. I kinda love the self-indulgence oracle card because it can follow the Queen of Pentacles. Focus on self, self-worth, self-appreciation. I think that this connection is super active because of the Eight of Wands and also because of the Five of Wands, but the problem seems to be that the Divine Feminine cannot truly understand why the Divine Masculine is still holding back from the opportunity to open up more in favor of this connection. The Five of Wands can also be an energy about potential competition, distractions, and so forth. The Divine Feminine may question the focus that the masculine is able to grant in favor of this connection. It's like the feminine can think that the masculine has options. I wouldn't go down that road, guys, if we follow these energies, but what may be a factor against the situation is the stubbornness that we can associate to the Four of Pentacles. So the masculine has to embrace a more nurturing approach in order to honor the Queen of Pentacles energy, because this can be a facilitating factor in order to connect in a deeper way with the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine has a desire in favor of the Hierophant if we think about a structure, strong foundations, two pillars. There is a reliable vision in favor of a connection that can have a ton of potential, but we have to put in the work. It cannot be merely a matter of fun, passion, and let's live in the moment when we are together without thinking about the future. This is not going to make the cut from the perspective of the Divine Feminine. The masculine has work to do in order to release the Four of Pentacles. If they do that, if the masculine does that, there is the full energy available, guys. A leap of faith, let's say a new chapter of the journey, a new beginning for this connection, but a new beginning in order to honor a different alchemy between the two of you. There is potential, guys, but we have to show up with a great deal of consistency. So if you resonate with the Divine Feminine side, you have to stand in your power, number one. Number two, if there is confusion, because you cannot understand completely the Divine Masculine, it can be wise as an approach, the one to manifest the Queen of Pentacles energy in order to ask some questions to your person and then figure out if the feedbacks that you can receive can be positive enough in order for the two of you to find a reasonable compromise in the best possible interest of the connection. It is fair to say that you can be willing and ready to take a leap of faith in order to move closer to the Hierophant energy, but guys, this process is no joke and it takes two to tango. So the question is, are you listening to the same music? A lot will depend on what the Divine Masculine has to say. Speaking of that, guys, if you resonate with the Divine Masculine side, the Four of Pentacles has to go. You have to open up. You have to go within in order to figure out that the Eight of Wands as an energy about Cupid's arrows and arrows of love is not enough, because the Divine Feminine can be almost confused by this approach, which can be sometimes too fleeting. So we have to ground the connection more. We have to honor the Queen of Pentacles if we think about the chance to sit down at the table with a special person and have a conversation that can touch multiple topics in order to figure things out together. You can do that. If the connection is important, there can be an encouragement in order for you to take that step, because then there can be another step available, which is the Fool's step. A new chapter in favor of a connection with a ton of potential, and the Divine Feminine cannot wait to move closer to the Hierophant energy. Guys, it's a divine connection. There can be multiple purposes in favor of it. It cannot be merely a matter of let's have fun together. This is not enough. It's like putting the connection inside of a box. It doesn't work in this way. The Four of Pentacles must shift as an approach. Stubbornness can be an obstacle. If you resonate with that type of situation, you have to work on yourself in order to show up differently in favor of this connection, because if you do that, the Divine Feminine will appreciate the effort and there can be rewards that can be beneficial to the two of you. So this should be an encouraging thought. Guys, I hope that I made myself clear and this was helpful somehow, some way. If you want to comment, like and subscribe, it will help our channel to grow, so thank you. And until next time, I wish you all the best, take very good care of you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!